Hey guys, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to my channel. So I think I'm in focus, but my autofocus is being weird and I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. It's better when I'm right here. Okay, so as you can tell by today's title, we are going to be doing contour, both cream and powder. I'm going to do bronzer and blush, and we're going to cover highlighter as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to go over is cream contour. You can get cream contour in a palette. I tried the NYX palette and I really didn't like it, so then I got this Tarte Sculptor crayon thing, and this is in the color 2, and this works so amazing. I haven't even tried any other cream contours. So for cream, you can use a brush or a sponge to blend it out. I really don't like the way brushes blend out cream products like this, so I just use my sponge, damp sponge. And again, it's going to be the same one I used for my foundation, so it's going to be a little dirty, but it works great and it just blends it out, makes it look very natural. And I always do cream contour before concealer, just because concealer will help sharpen up any edges after we do this. So if you want to make your jawbone pop, which is what contour is normally used for, you want to take it from the top of your ear, so like from here, and you're just going to bring it here, bring it down so that it lines up about with your eyebrow, and then you'll go from here where your ear meets your face, but not under your hairline, and bring that down to the same point. And you'll do that on the other side as well.
So bring it from the top of the ear to about where it lines up with your eyebrow, from where your ear meets your face, to the same spot.
And then use your damp sponge to blend it out. Again, with a dabbing motion, I add a slight downwards motion to my dab, I guess, and it just helps blend it and make it look a little bit more natural, I think, anyway. But you don't want to be pulling at it or you'll just pull the product right off. See how blended that is? This down here is not contour, that is the discoloring that I have just naturally on my skin, but I don't see the point of covering it up because, as you can see, it blends right into my contour. And then you can contour your forehead area just to help sculpt your face a little bit. So you'll do 2 lines, kind of like an equal sign, on both sides. They don't need to be symmetrical. Obviously, mine don't really match up, because you're just going to blend them out into this general area. And this is just going to help slim down your forehead, because we've already slimmed down the face down here. And then to continue sculpting your face around the edges, you can carve out a jawline if you don't have one. I don't have one, so I like to carve out a jawline. And then to hide a double chin, just cover that. That should really be more of a straight line. Mine came out kind of wonky. And then again, just dab it out. And then the last part we're going to contour is the nose. You don't have to contour your nose. A lot of people don't contour their nose, but I just think my nose is a lot wider than I want it to be. So I'll just take the edge of it, just bring it on down to about there, and then bring it down like that, and bring another line around here that's going to kind of curve around and kind of shape where the tip of the nose is going to be. My nose never comes out even. I don't know why. I just can't draw evenly. And then again with the damp beauty sponge, and just dab it out. Okay, so that is it for cream contour. After this, you can go in with your concealer and then set it all with whatever setting powder you're using. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back with powder contour. Okay guys, so I did my concealer and setting and picking and brows. So now we're ready for powder contour. Now there are a lot of different brands that have different contour sets and contour kits. I like the Anastasia one. It's just what's worked for me, and I haven't run out yet, so I haven't had an excuse to try anything else. This comes with a little pink shade, a little like banana color, which is great for under the eyes. This is a highlighter, but I don't really like it. Like, it's not, it looks more like a powder. It doesn't really do that great at highlighting. But it does have shimmer in it, so it's supposed to be a highlighter. And then we have 3 different shades here. I lost the box to this, so I don't remember what these shades are called. As you can tell, I use this one the most, just because it's got a little bit more of a cool tone to it. This one's definitely more purpley toned, and this one's more of a just standard brown, but I like this kind of gray tone to go under my jawbone. It really depends on your skin tone and what will work for it, so you'll just need to play around with some different colors. I tried all 3 of these before deciding I like the gray tone the most, but it really does just depend. Now to put contour on, you can use a brush like this, and it's just a small round brush. This is the Luxie 512 small contouring brush, but this is also a contour brush, and it's kind of slanted and just kind of a regular contouring brush. And then there's this one, which is the e.l.f. contour, and it's the same shape, but it's flat on top. Or you could always use an angled brush. I like these for blush better, but a lot of people use this for contour as well. A duo fiber brush works great as well. I just prefer this really small contour brush. It fits right on in. So you're just going to take it into your powder, tap off the excess. Make sure you tap it all off. You don't want to put a whole bunch on and then not be able to blend it out. So we're going to put it on top of where we put the cream contour. You can also just suck your cheeks in to see where to put it. Like that. Then you can do the same thing on the other side. And you just want to take a little bit. If you put too much, you can end up looking kind of muddy. So I think that's good. Then you'll just take some more, tap off the excess, and we're going to contour the outlines of our face again. With up here, I just like to put just a tiny little bit, so I'm just barely touching my face with this brush, and I mostly focus it on the outer line of my forehead, so like basically right at my hairline. This also helps if you have a weird hairline like me, where it kind of does the widow's peak and then you get this. If you kind of contour this area, it kind of helps disguise how bald that spot is. And then I bring it down just right above the eyebrow over here, but I don't bring it to the eyebrow. So just a little bit more. And same thing over here. Now for the jawline, same thing we did with the cream, so just a little bit right here, except we're going to bring it all the way to the chin. What is that? Okay. You're just going to bring it right onto the chin, so you're just going to do the whole space rather than just here and here. And blend it out into your neck. Same thing on the other side. Then we can take just a little bit more and cover the double chin just a little more. And then I'm just going to take a little bit on the edge, so I'm going to kind of just dust it in like this, where only the edge is touching the powder. Tap off the excess, and do my nose. There are small brushes that are specifically made to contour your nose. I just found this is easier. Just lightly do it, like just lightly put it on your face. You don't want to make your nose look like a ball of mud or something. And then I'll use the other side to just kind of blend it down. Again, just a little bit on the edge, tap off the excess. And then we'll do this part of the nose. And that's all I'm going to do for contour. And you don't have to do powder and cream contour. I'm just doing both to show you how to do both ways. Most of the time, you only do one or the other. If I'm going all out, I'll do cream and powder. If I'm just going like a no makeup kind of day, I'll just do the, or very little makeup kind of day, then I'll just do the cream, blend that out, and like just to help give my face a little bit of shape, even though I don't want to do foundation and all that. So sometimes I don't even use powder at all, but I'm just doing both today to show you. And if you do use powder on top of your cream, it is going to help it stay longer and keep like where it should be and everything, but you don't need to. So next we're going to go in with bronzer. I like a matte bronzer, but you can also choose a shimmery bronzer. If you choose a shimmery, you're going to take it a little higher on your cheekbone just because it's going to like catch the light. But with a matte, you can take it right in where you contour. You can contour with a matte bronzer. I just don't really like shimmer on my face unless it's a highlighter. So today I'm using the NYX matte bronzer in the color medium. Same one I always use. I have a few of them. Just the shades don't really work well with me, and this shade works awesome for me. As you can see, I'm almost out. So I'll probably be trying another brand when I am out. I just don't like to try another brand when I still have some left, because unless I got it in a box or whatever, it's just a waste of money to not use up all my products. For bronzer, you can use the same kinds of brushes you could for contour, but I think a large angled fluffy brush works great. So you're just going to take it in like with any powder, tap off the excess, and sweep up right where we contoured, and then bring it over to your forehead. And this time, like contour, I took it higher. This time I'm going to bring it down a little more. And then you can sweep under here as well. And it'll just help give a little extra power to your contour while still making you look like you've gotten some sun in. Obviously, you don't need to do all of these steps. Okay, so after I've emptied off my brush by placing a product all over my face, you can just go in and blend it out. Just blend that nose a little bit. And now we're also done with bronzer. Next we're going to go in with blush. You can get a matte or a shimmer blush. It really depends on your preferences. I prefer a matte blush, but I've been using this Too Faced Papa Don't Preach blush, and I freaking love it. And it does have shimmer, which is definitely different for me. So this is the blush. It's super cute. It has shimmer, and it smells like peach candies. So for blush, you can use a round domed kind of a blush brush. This is great for just blending it all out. Or you can use a large, or this isn't a large, this is just a small angled blush brush, and this just really helps to sweep it on. I have been using the big fluffy brush for this just because it is shimmery. I don't want it too concentrated in one spot. And it's just like a little bit of shimmer, but I still don't want too much in one spot. So I'm just going to sweep my brush in it, tap off the excess, smile to bring out the apples of my cheek, and just start dusting it on. And this blush is really more of a subtle blush, so you can just see the little bit of rosy glow, like just a tiny little bit. It looks very natural even with the shimmer that it has. And then I just like to blend it up so that I don't just have like clown circles on my face. And you just want to blend it and not have like a sharp line going into your hairline, because that can really just look like you're back in the 80s, which were an awesome time, and sometimes I try to look like I'm in the 80s, but for everyday purposes, you just want to kind of have it blended naturally. And I'm just going to layer a little bit of extra color on top. It already looks good in person, but I just want to make sure that the full color is picking up on camera. And now I'm just blending it. You don't want any sharp edges in your makeup, so I'm just doing the circular motion to blend it into the bronzer and contour and just make sure that it's blending out into my face. Now we'll do the other side. You guys, this stuff really smells amazing. Okay, I think I've got a nice little glow going. So now we're done with blush. That's the only place I put blush. I know some people like to put it like on their forehead or their nose. I just don't like the way that looks. I don't want my face looking red or rosy in any way other than on my cheeks. So that's the only place I put it. Now we're going to go in for highlighter. And today I'm using the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Collection face palette. If I can get it open. I can't open anything with these nails. So this palette has, wait, it's upside down. This is Prossecco Pop, Champagne Pop, Rose Spritz, Amaretto, and Pamplemousse. These three are blushes, but this one has a shimmer to it, and this one has a little bit of shimmer, but it's mostly matte. Like these two are mostly matte, but they just got a little bit of shimmer in there. And this is, they call it a luminous blush. I think this is great just putting on top of blush if you want to do something less than highlighter. These two are obviously highlighters. Yeah, these two are highlighters. This one works great for darker skin tones. It's a little bit more golden. This little pink shade is awesome, but really more for when I'm pale, just because it just doesn't really look right with darker skin tones. You'll have to play around to figure out what colors work best for you. I really like a pure white highlighter. Those just look great on everybody, and they just give like so much extra to it. For highlighter, you can use a small fan brush. Oh, this one's broken. A large fan brush. This one has no handle. Or you can go in with, this is kind of a tulip brush. I need to wash it and reshape it. This is the Luxie Tapered Highlighting Brush. This one works great just to get in there. This works great to have it all just kind of blended out. And this one just works, this is the Morphe Small Fan Highlighter Brush. And it just like sweeps the color on perfectly. All three of them work great. It's really more what kind of mood I'm in, depending is what's going to determine which one I use. Today I'm just going to use this one. And I like to put it on the apples of my cheek, just on the very top of it, and up. See if I can make sure you guys are catching it. And I like to bring it up, just to keep kind of a, like, C shape is what they call it. I just think it looks nice to have some coming up around your face. And I'm just doing this side to side motion while bringing it slowly down, and that's just going to help blend it out so you don't just have a sharp line. And I'm not going to go do too much highlighter today just because it's just a normal day. So this is perfect. It's just enough. It's not too much. But I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of highlighter on my pinky and put some just on the tip of my nose and just kind of blend it out with another finger and bring some up the bridge of my nose, but just a little bit. I don't want to be a glowing goddess. I just want to be a kind of sun-kissed, sun is hitting me just right kind of goddess today. And then I like to put it on, I need more, your Cupid's bow and the two little lines that go up. I just like to highlight those a little bit. And you can highlight your brow bone, but I don't like to do that until after I'm done with eyeshadow, so that will be part of my eyeshadow tutorial video. So that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it helped you. If you did like it and it did help you, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you want to be notified of when I'm posting videos, make sure to click on my face, become an adventurer, join our little family. If you want to watch some more videos right now, you'll have 2 on the screen to choose from. And don't forget to follow me on Snapchat at Kimberly.Nicole with a K, or Twitter and Instagram at SheWhoSpeaks_instead of spaces. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.